내가 그댈 사랑한다니 말도 안 되죠. 괜한 질투일 거라고 내가 외로운가 보다고 자신을 속여
Panginoon tayo, di naman totoo. 사랑해 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 너를 너만 사랑해 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 너를 사랑해 널 처음 보는 순간 이어졌다 싶었지. 그리고 난 내게 이렇게 다짐했지. 더 이상 내 삶의 연애는 없다고. 내 인생의 마지막 여자는 너라고. 값비싼 선물은 싫다고. 그저 마음만 있으면 된다고. 내가 주는 거면 넌 다 좋다고. 이렇게 말을 하면 너도 내 맘을 울리고. 난 정말로 빈털털인데 나를 만나면 고생할 것 같은데 하지만 네가 있어 난 정말 행복해. 약속해 난 너만 사랑할 그 미소가 항상 나를 웃게 해. 너와 함께라면 난 정말 행복해. 널 사랑하는 만큼 나도 널 아껴줄게. 널 사랑해. 이렇게 알면 알수록 너무 착한 너 보면 볼수록 또
아직 나를 모르겠지. 네가 알고 있는 걸 너무나 작을 뿐일 텐데 많은 걸 원하진 않아. 그저 너의 곁에서 손을 잡고 있을게. 내 눈에 비친 얼굴 마음이 말해와 늦진 않았잖아.
Well, motion is simply movement, like for example walking like this. The students continuously change their position from the gazebo towards the building. We can also say that it's in a rectilinear motion if the object is moving along a straight line, like for example, these vehicles.
So the vehicles are moving in a rectilinear motion.
Because they are moving in a straight line.
Exactly. For us to clearly understand force, just think of it simply as push and pull. And it is also a vector quantity, which means that it has a magnitude or a unit plus a direction of either leftward, rightward, forward, and backward. There are two major types of forces. The first is the contact force, and the other one is the action at a distance force. The first type of force has four subtypes. Let's start with the contact forces. The first subtype is the applied force. For example, the girl is applying force on the chair. The second one is the normal force. In this picture, the student is leaning on the chair.
Oh, so that's the normal force.
Yeah. The third subtype is the tensional force, which makes use of a rope.
Oh, I get it. In this picture, the girl is using a rope to pull the bounce.
Exactly, Jar Jar. The fourth and last type is the frictional force.
Hey, is it girl rubbing her shoes on the ground that creates friction?
Yep, you guys are so good. The second major type of force is the action at a distance force. This one only has three subtypes. Number one, gravitational force. See here, the ball is falling due to the gravitational force. The Earth's gravitational pull is what brings the ball down. The second subtype is the electric force. For example, in a wire. And lastly, the magnetic force, like these magnets. See? It's easy to understand. And if you really think about the name, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, contact force means that two things actually have to have contact or touch each other for anything to happen.
And action at a distance doesn't require contact at all.
At this rate, I'm sure we'll all get high scores on our test.
So what's next?
Oh, the laws of motion.
Okay, well, the first law of motion is the law of inertia. Basically, it's the ability of a body at rest to remain at rest even if a force acted on it. A good example of this are passengers on a jeepney. Here, take a look at this video. When the jeepney stops, the passengers remain at rest. The second law of acceleration, it's simply just accelerating, like a moving car. The third law is the law of interaction. Check this out. In the video, the shuttle flew because the girl hit it.
The action is the hitting.
And the reaction is the shuttle flying.
Nice. And those are the three laws of motion. I see you guys already understand. Great. Alright guys, well, let me explain to you the difference between work energy and power. I'll even use some of our other classmates as examples so that you guys can get the better picture. Work is done only when a force displaces an object in the same direction as the applied force. It's also a scalar quantity. Consider Gerald pushing the cart with a bag. This video shows that force exerted by Gerald is parallel to the displacement. What it means, how about the hand of Gerald is the applied force and the cart is the displaced object. They go in the same direction, therefore they're parallel, and therefore work is done. Now let's move on to energy.